The Academic City University College has launched two new undergraduate programs, BSc Robotics Engineering and BSc Biomedical Engineering. The school says the programs should help train the next generation of industry leaders in Ghana. There's more in the following report.
At this event to launch the programs, the school showcased a prototype of a respirator it built as its response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, technology drives every aspect of life. The two programs, BSc Robotics Engineering and BSc Biomedical Engineering, add to the many courses at the University College. Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Dr. Lucy Ejapong, said the future of education must mimic industry.
What is the solution? If we have all these resources at our disposal, why are we still struggling? We do believe that we need a new generation of thinkers and innovators who can combine human-centered, cross-cultural design principles with social sciences and humanities to define problems and develop solutions with the community. If we look at our current educational system, you realize that it's kind of old, it's based on old and traditional curriculum, very heavy theory-based teaching, minimal to no industrial engagement or partnerships. Typical setup is like our amphitheater where I'm standing here talking at you, and lack of innovation and application for creative and critical thinking. And we think that this future has to change. We think that the future of education needs to actually mimic industry and reflect upcoming technology trends. Now, we also need to educate the global workforce through project-based and competency teaching, experimental and active learning. So the students have to have the opportunity to be embedded within whatever you're teaching them and get the opportunity to try it and practice it.
President of the university, Dr. Fred Magbagonluri, said robotics in education must build sustainable solutions to environmental problems.
We live in very challenging times, as I indicated. If you look at the continuum of care right now in many hospitals around the world, robots are being deployed to actually help cater for sick people, bringing them food. Doctors are able to monitor patients from a distance when they send robots into the rooms. So even in Rwanda, which is a country much, much smaller than us, they've been using robots for almost a year now in trying to help care for COVID patients. So I think we need to develop those capabilities locally. That's one reason why we have the robotics program. But if you look around the world, the area of biomedical is evolving so fast. People are trying to live longer. People are trying to have organs replaced in their bodies. People are trying to walk better, have hip implants. These are all this longevity journey, which man has been struggling with for centuries, is now beginning to find solutions in biomedical engineering. So we want to live longer, the jobs are there, and so we think that if we start developing students who have this skill set, whether it's instrumentation for COVID, whether it's tracking, wearable devices. I actually have a student working on a system that when you go into your gym, for instance, it records your heart rate. It records it before you start working out. And as you work out, it keeps track of it, and it keeps this data every day. So if one day you go in and things start to change, it will warn you that you should be careful. And you guys remember what happened to our vice president while he was in the gym, right? So our vice president, Amy Saata, right? So a solution like this that keeps track of your workout regime and gives you real-time feedback could save a lot of lives. So we think that there is a nice interface between biology and engineering where a lot of jobs can be created because they directly impact our livelihood every single day. So we have a lot of students that have joined robotic clubs. We have students that are going global competitions. I know Wesley Girls won a global competition. But we're looking at robots purely from the perspective of entertainment and winning awards. And what we are trying to say is that there are actually opportunities to have robots integrate into our lifestyle. So we should be building them to solve solutions in our environment. We should be building them to pick tomatoes. We should be building robots to pluck pineapples, to pluck coconuts. You know, we shouldn't just look at them as if they are just toys. We should look at them as opportunities. I mean, we should be able to send a drone. If you have 100 acres of farmland that you cannot patrol every single day, you should be able to send robots there. You should even get to a point where you can actually send a drone to drop a robot to spray insecticides in your farms, you know, instead of sending human beings there if it's a remote area. So there is really an opportunity here to use these human-like systems that are currently available there to configure them to our unique environment to solve real problems.
The Academic City University College is just on the path to groom the next generation of the scientists and engineers badly needed in Ghana. Rachel Nakita Telano's report for Joy News.